Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Tony Coleman, and today I'm going to do an unboxing video of my new router I picked up after I had pretty much lost most of my network infrastructure during the house fire. So I picked up the ASUS RT-BE92U. This is a Wi-Fi 7 extendable router. I picked it up because it also includes the 320 megahertz band that a lot of the Wi-Fi 6Es had. Not all your Wi-Fi 7 compatible routers have it, and I chose the ASUS because for anybody who knows how I do my side hustles and hobbies, I tend to have multiple different networks, and I also like to tether my cell phone for additional IP addresses at times as well. So with the ASUS brand, their routers typically allow you to tether cell phones to it and are actually supported that way, whereas most of your routers do not officially support it. So this is going to be an unboxing video and then a little bit of a configuration, and it'll be kind of a work in progress. So you will see various stopping points and moving on. So let's dig in. First, we got to open the package up. I'll remove all the packaging and then start getting this bad boy out. Okay, so all the cellophane is now off of it. As you can see, inside we have the normal random documentations, some of it telling you how to mount it, how to set it up, the instructions, warranty, for using. Ensure your existing wireless network adapter driver is up to date, as outdated drivers can affect Wi-Fi 7 connection stability, yada yada yada. I won't have any Wi-Fi 7 ones anyway, not to begin with. And then this is also basically their quick startup guide in what appears to be Spanish. And here's the one in English. So inside, if I can get that one handed, there we are. We have our router. And on the back here, you can see the 4 antennas. You have your reset button, your power switch, you have your WAN connection, your 4 2.5 gigabit connections. The WAN is a 10 gigabit. You can actually use the 2.5 as your WAN as well. They kind of give you the option in case you have a network that supports 10 gigabit, but the internet itself is less, so you can kind of choose from there. And of course your USB connection, so that you can add other devices like mass storage or tether a cell phone like I would be doing. Now I won't be using the cell phone tethering right now as my primary, because I actually have regular internet connection here, but it is something I will use in the future, just as I've used with other ASUS routers. So it's kind of slick. It is wall mountable. I'll turn all these up because I will have it mounted normally on a desk. Okay, so that's what that guy looks like. Also in the box, we will want to get out its mounting bracket, your mounting screws, power adapter, and of course an Ethernet connection, the cable. And that is all that's inside the box. So I will pause this as I unwrap all these items, and then we can possibly see about configuring it. Alright, so now I've got everything hooked up, and when you do so, it'll pull up this page. If you don't see it, double check that your IP address is set by going to a command prompt and just type in ipconfig. In this case, right here is the IP address that I've got going, and then you can type in http://www.asusrouter.com, and it should bring you to this page here. So yes, I'm at least 68 years of age, and it wants me to scroll all the way down, so it highlights. Agree. Alright, so here's where you can configure your network. We're going to be creating a new network. You can give your router a name. You're going to have to put in a new password and then remember what that password is. So I will pause the video, do mine, and move on from there. Alright, and so next they want you to type your SSID name. In this case, I could just put like something like that, or you could put in like your router model if you wanted to. People do different things. There's no right way, no wrong way, just something that you will remember what it is. And so here I'll just type that. Wireless security, you just type in whatever the password is that you're going to want to use. You can do it just the one time and then leave it as is without checking this box, and it'll apply to all three of the wireless signals. Or if you want a separate password for each of the frequencies, then you would want to check that box, and it would give you this option for each of the different ones. I don't really need to go that far with it, so I will let's see, apply that. Okay, so for IoT network, if you want to set all that up, you can. This is basically Internet of Things. There's a lot of devices out there that use very little bandwidth that will connect to what they call the Internet of Things network. It's just basically like protocols and stuff where things like your refrigerator, or you might have a toaster that's on the network. It could be a smart switch or even a light bulb, but it all connects to the Internet of Things. So I will leave that, as I can always go back and change it later if I want to change the naming or anything like that. So here's the next part. They want to upgrade firmware. They do have a newer version that came on it, so yes, I want to download the newest version because that would guarantee that I would have the latest security patches and tweaks, and possibly any newer features that they decide to add to the router later on. And depending on the speed of your internet connection, it may go quick, it may take for a while. As it says right there, firmware is upgrading, so please wait about 3 minutes. I'm not going to make you wait the full 3 minutes. All right, so after it was done with the firmware, it tells you that it's on the latest version. You hit finish, and it brings you to a confirmation page that basically shows all the information you typed in, like the SSID. It even shows your typed password, which I don't think that's a very smart security measure, considering that they had it blocked out when you typed it in. Why they would show it to you on a confirmation page later, I don't know. But this is just where the landing page after it asks you to log back in. So once you log back in, this is the standard ASUS router page. I won't go through all the different options here. You can do that if you look through it. But that's pretty much how straightforward it is to get it up and going. From there, you can click any of these categories to configure it a little bit more and tweak it to your liking. So as you can see, it has even the guest network option. If you want to change up some of your wireless settings, pretty straightforward. So I'll be going through and obviously changing some of these IP addresses and names and such, but I think you get the gist of it. I've liked the ASUS routers for years. I think they do quite well. Most of them you can also download, like Merlin firmware and such. I haven't really found a whole lot of need to switch away from the ASUS firmware, but it is an option. I have done it, and it gave a few extra options, but for general use, these are pretty good routers. I think that the setup is overly simple. I think they could do better with the security features and the quick setup, but they really don't take it that far. So, but let me go ahead and go to speedtest.net. I am connected. My connection's kind of limited to a 10100 connection. Last I knew anyway, because I'm at an apartment complex that has hardlined all the apartment bedrooms to their own switch, and their own switch is only a 10100. So even if the fiber connection that they have coming to us has a faster internet, this is literally about the fastest I can get pulling off of because of their switch. So I think that pretty much wraps up the basic setup, unboxing, and walkthrough of the initial simple setup option. To do that, all you had to do was plug in your internet connection directly into that 10 gigabit WAN port, and then you could connect your PC to any of the others, and then, as I said, just go to that web address. It will automatically send you in. If for some reason the web address isn't working, you can typically just type in the IP address of the actual router. In this case, it was 192.168.50.1, and it would also take you to the initial setup. So got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments section down below. If you have any questions about any of the features, I'd love to answer any of those for you. If you got any other routers that you'd like me to check out, please suggest them. I'm specifically looking at routers that allow you to tether cell phones to and are supported. So if you have a list of those, that'd be great, and I'd be more than happy to take a look. So until next time, have a good one.